Most photographers think improvement comes from new gear or better settings or more tutorials, but the truth is, most people stop improving because they stop seeing. Today, I'm going to share 3 strange, almost unheard of exercises that will completely change the way you see the world through your camera. And I guarantee you, if you try even one of them, your photography will never feel the same again. If you're new to the channel, I'm Jeff, professional wildlife photographer living in Charleston, South Carolina. And if you're returning to the channel, I'd like to welcome you back. Let's jump in and take a closer look at our 3 exercises. The first one is what I like to call 5 shots, 1 spot. Find one position, just one, and lock your feet and capture 5 completely different photos without moving from that exact location. Now, this one might sound a little easy until you realize just how often we rely on movement to find our compositions. When you can't move, your creativity has to. You start looking for new angles and shapes and layers you'd normally never think of, or you might just overlook. These exercises train you to see potential everywhere because great photographers don't find interesting places, they make places interesting. If you can create 5 distinct, powerful shots without moving an inch, imagine what you'll be able to do with the freedom to move. Number 2, 1 bird, 1 hour. Another one that likely sounds pretty simple, but this one will test every ounce of your patience and your awareness. Find 1 bird, just one, and spend an entire hour only photographing this bird. Now, if for some reason the bird leaves the area, you can of course switch to another bird, but it must be of the same species. This exercise teaches you presence because when you slow down, you start noticing subtle behaviors, the tilt of the head before flight, the flicker of the feathers in the wind, the rhythm of how it moves through space. You'll start predicting shots before they happen. You stop reacting and you start anticipating. That's when your photography transforms from luck to instinct. And maybe, just maybe, the best part will be you walk away with a story, not just a few snapshots. Lastly, we have the story hunt, and this is one of my personal favorites. But what's the point of this exercise? In theory, it's, again, pretty simple, but the execution of it is a little bit more challenging. And I think it's probably the most challenging of these 3 exercises. You need to capture 5 images that together tell one complete story, a story with a beginning, middle, and end. This exercise shifts your mindset from taking photos to building stories. It makes you think like a visual journalist, asking, what does this moment say? What comes next? And what completes it? You will also learn to shoot with intent and build emotion, flow, and context. Because the best photos don't just show what happened, right? They make you feel what happened. They make the viewer's imagination run wild, wondering what was happening just prior to or immediately following the moment captured in the photo. These techniques provide a lot of benefits. And if you try these 3 exercises, you'll stop relying on luck and start seeing like a photographer. But remember, these aren't about perfection. They're about presence, patience, and perspective. So here's your challenge. Work through these exercises and drop me a comment sharing your experience with them and what you've learned. I'd love to hear how you feel your photography is proving or changing by using these exercises. Hey, have you checked out the new DxO PhotoLab 9 with its industry-leading noise reduction and AI masking tools? Well, simply use my link in the show notes to go over to DxO and check it out. And if you decide that you want to purchase it, just be sure to also use my discount code at the time of checkout. That code is Magnolia, and it will save you 15% off on your purchase. But if you're not quite ready to make a purchase right now, then download a 30-day free trial where you can experiment and play with all of the features as much as you like. If you're new to PhotoLab 9, or maybe you've been using it for a while, but you want to improve upon your skills, well, then be sure to check out my DxO PhotoLab 9 Masterclass. This class has nearly 7 hours of instruction, 15 downloadable raw files for practice, a reference guide for helping you to create a customized workspace, and a step-by-step editing process. And it also includes my full DxO PhotoLab 9 preset collection for wildlife, portraits, nature, and landscapes. I also have a bunch more resources in my store as well, both free and paid options. So be sure to check all of this out at magnoliaphotographysc.com/store. Hey, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I hope you learned a little something today, but before you leave, you might want to check out this next video right here.